y'all, Peyton right here with another, I guess just another video right now. It's kind of outside of any category or playlist that I have on the channel. This is kind of my hobby New Year's resolution video. This one's going to be pretty short. Keep it pretty simple this year, as to not get myself in a bind as last year kind of did. I had many high aspirations of last year. Made some, didn't make some, and it's just kind of the way it is. I don't know if maybe I didn't. I feel like they were all pretty realistic goals and resolutions, but life and things just happen, and schedule and just things got crazy, and so I wasn't able to quite meet the resolutions that I had made last year. So pretty much keeping it simple, continuing to, I want to say, downsize the hobby or focus down more than and not get overextended. I've already definitely started doing that, where I'm kind of taking a break from 40K as far as like playing it right now, and just trying to get caught up on painting, and also in purchasing the models that I haven't even gotten yet. Along with that, focusing on just my Primaris homebrew chapter and kind of just purging everything else. And then as far as like playing, I've kind of switched over and I'm giving Star Wars Legion a try. It's something I've always wanted to try, but as soon as the Clone Wars core set came out, I really, that was kind of the big selling point for me. So, and it's kind of nice now with the Clone Wars, because if you start off with one of those two factions, you can kind of grow with that faction as they start to release new things, so you're not like too far behind or anything like that. So really, it's kind of more just I want to get more caught up on painting my Star Commanders, as well as the new models as well. And then kind of the new thing is get my army finished painted for Legion. I've got 2 squads done. I've got 2 more to go. And then I have Obi-Wan and a speeder, Bark speeder left. And then once the new stuff starts coming out, which at the end of the month there's supposed to be some expansions for the clones, which won't be too much, and then nothing else for a little while. So those are kind of the big, like, I guess, hobby-centric, like modeling and that kind of stuff. But other kind of resolutions, I would like to get back into reading more novels, 40K, stuff like that. I've got a number of books that have been sitting on the shelf for a while that I've been wanting to get at and do my little kind of synopsis, book report, book review, whatever that I do for the Paint Marines bookshelf, which that was a resolution I had last year as well, was to read more, and I got a little bit of reading in, but not as much nearly as I would have liked to. So putting that one back on there. Hopefully I'll have more time this year around, but unfortunately not sure. The other being, I guess, just sponsoring a team. I have plans of hopefully at least sponsoring a team again, going up to Nova. Especially this year, be a bit more important, as I won't be actually able to attend most likely. But I won't know exactly until May if I'll be able to attend Nova, and then if I can, all the rooms will be booked up by then, and I'm sure there'll still be some events. So we'll see. If I do, it'd only be like probably for like a day or so. Yeah, I'm not sure how that'll work. I would definitely like to if I can. But like I said, if I do, it'd be like for one day, and it'd have to be like on the weekend. I wouldn't be able to go during the week, unfortunately, which means I'll end up missing the GW preview event, which is always really cool. And then other than that, my other big kind of resolution or goal for this year is like, for the YouTube channel especially, is I definitely want to hit that 1,000 subscribers. I'm setting the goal. I'm setting the goal for myself right now is 500. Ultimately, I'd like to get 1,000 and beyond. But right now, I'm just gonna sit it at 500 for my goal. I think hopefully I should be able to hit that this year. We will see. And it's just one of those things that's definitely hard and harder to grow the YouTube channel than it is other things. My Facebook page right now is sitting at 1,900, a little over 1,900, which is awesome, which I can't wait. Like I'm closing in on almost 2,000 likes I have more followers than I do likes right now on the page, which is always interesting. I'm not really sure why or how that's even, or I guess why, or like what's the point of being able to follow a page and not like it. Um, I don't know. It's just interesting to me. And really, at the end of the day, like having Facebook likes and follows doesn't really do anything for me. But I actually want to check something else. Something else I started. I have my Instagram now as well, and that's been growing pretty well. And I've been doing that collaboration, which I'm actually about to finish up on the model for that. Um, but let's see. I mean, I don't have a ton. I have 182 followers on Instagram, which is pretty cool. Something that I haven't really started too much, and I update it pretty regularly. But that's one thing with like the social media stuff, and especially like Facebook, um, and why I feel like it grows a bit more is it's easier to share projects and things with other groups that are similar. Like if I'm working on whatever kind of conversion, I can share it in a conversion group, and then usually I can bring people over to the page to look at other things I've done. There's that, and then other people sharing things. But then also because of my just daily life and work schedule and stuff like that, my content can't be as like consistent as other people. So I find that that's where it fails really, really kind of bad, or yeah, in a negative way, I guess it fails a lot when it comes to YouTube, because with YouTube, I really feel to grow subscribers and stuff like that, you have to be able to provide a very constant and consistent schedule of content, whereas in Facebook, it's pretty just, you can post whenever it updates, and then just people, I mean, at their own leisure can kind of look at things. But I find that in order to get people to want to subscribe to your channel on YouTube, you, aside from having content that they want to watch, that they're interested in, then the next thing is consistent content. I feel like those two things right there are the key to success. Interest in your content, obviously engage. Like I mean that's a pretty heavy one right there. Like interest isn't just in a subject, but they're engaged in your content, or you're making engaging content that they're interested in listening to, watching, all that. Um, so there's that, and then the next one being, like I said, consistency. And unfortunately, that's definitely one. Hopefully, the first one I'm working at getting better at all the time. Hopefully, I am getting better, and people do find my content engaging and interesting. Um, and then the next one is just consistency. That one is the hardest one for me. Like I said, but the only thing I can be fairly consistent with, or I try to be, is the status reports, which at the end of the day is still not very consistent, as in I don't, or I'm unable to really kind of like pin down like, okay, the like 2 days before the end of the month, or the last day of the month, or the first 2 days of the next month, I'll do my recap of the past month. But I get fairly within the ballpark, and I'm able to stay pretty consistent with at least doing those. And those are just nice little updates for anybody that's interested in kind of like what I've got going on, and why they might be seeing or not seeing things for a certain time. And then other things I found kind of, I guess, difficult to break into with like hobby, painting, all that kind of aspects, is it's such a saturated marketplace, or whatever community. Um, it's hard to find something that hasn't been done. Like, yeah, I could make another painting tutorial on a whatever, but it's kind of like at the end of the day, like how there's like already XYZ, a million different videos of the same thing. So unless you're really providing something different, I kind of, at least in my standpoint, don't feel the need to redo what's already been done. Now, it might be beneficial in a way, I guess, for those that are subscribed to my channel that maybe not seen it elsewhere, and so it would be the first time for them to see it. But I like to try to keep it fresh and at least a little bit new. So if it's either something I haven't seen done before, or if it's my own take on a similar technique or painting style or hobby thing or whatever it might be, then I'll try to make a video on it like that. And then I also always put in the comments, or ask in the video to have people put in the comments anything that they're interested in seeing, or things that they haven't seen that they would like to see. And then I'll try to facilitate as best I can. yeah, so those are just kind of some of the hurdles I see with that, but hopefully I can continue to provide some things. I have some interesting ideas coming up. Um, I've thought about maybe doing kind of like live stream chat things where maybe like while I'm painting or something, I can have a live stream. So if anybody wants to join, they can and ask questions or just chat about whatever. Um, I guess the only issue I kind of held off for that right now is just one because of the fact that my subscribers are pretty low. That I'm not sure how many people would actually show up for a live stream to make it actually like any kind of beneficial to continue to do. But it's also one of those things, if you don't do it, then how will you ever know? So I'm probably going to be looking at doing something kind of like that at some point. And yeah, we'll kind of see how that goes. It's also kind of hard to do like a live stream like while I'm painting or something. To like be sitting here painting and then it'll be like look up at the screen and then get back at like I feel like I'd maybe get a model painted at that rate, like which isn't bad, but it gives good community interaction. So that's one thing I'm definitely looking into. But with that, I'm also thought about maybe at least maybe even during Adepticon or what was the next one? Adepticon LVO. That one's coming up soon. That one's actually right around the corner. Maybe trying to do kind of a live stream for when they do their Games Workshop preview. And what they'll do is they'll update as they're doing the preview. They'll update their Warhammer community article, so I could kind of real time update the Warhammer community article and give kind of my reaction, and then talk with other people in the live stream on like what their thoughts are on this and kind of talk through that kind of thing. I thought that would be kind of a cool idea. It's one of those things where it's like one of those. I kind of wish, and I get it, but I kind of wish that Games Workshop would live stream those previews. And the part that I get is like they say why you're in those previews that this is just a special thing for those in that venue or whatever. And, so they're like, don't take video, don't take pictures, and stuff like that. This is just our special treat for you guys that were able to come. But I feel like the community would probably be pretty receptive and pretty happy if at least one day maybe they open it up to like a live stream event. I think that would be pretty sweet. And like they also mentioned too, there's no point in trying to like video or take pictures or anything because they're going to be updating the Warhammer community page like as they're previewing the stuff in there. They're going to update it. But the other thing too is they always do like a Q&A at the end, which I definitely think is really cool, and I wish that they would kind of live stream those because there's a lot of questions that get asked by the community that I feel like get asked over and over and over again, and maybe it's just because people aren't sure if people have asked the question before or not, and so if they live streamed it, you'd be like, oh hey, that question was answered, or if there we go, we finally got a obscure non-answer that didn't really answer anything, but at least somebody asked the question, so we know the GW is aware of the question. Um, so anyway, I think that would be cool. Plus, if they even open those Q&As to people that were live streaming it or something like that, that would be even really cool. Get a global interaction going within the community. I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's about it right now. The other kind of big, I guess, hobby resolution that I have is just to get my new workspace just up to par to what I want it or what I need it to be, and kind of go from there. And just looking forward to seeing what kind of future this next year has to bring as far as models and games and all kinds of stuff. I'm definitely enjoying Legion. Like I said, the price point and the entry is pretty easy. So it was I feel like a good choice to give me a break because I definitely needed a breather from just 40K stuff in general. And not to mention the price point breather alone is amazing. You know, one squad of dudes costs half the price of one squad of like Space Marines or something, which is pretty amazing. And you get everything in the box to make every single kind of loadout that you can. Because the max amount of like troopers that you can bring in a unit is 6, but it comes with 7. That 7th one being one of the optional heavy weapon guns. So you get 2 heavy weapon options in a squad, but you can only bring 1 in a game. And you get enough guys to model both of them. And yeah, so that's pretty sweet. Anyway, so I'm not sure if I'll try to get into other games or not this year. I had gone in the past. I jumped into Guild Ball for a little while, and I enjoyed that. But then I kind of moved to some areas where Guild Ball wasn't really a thing. Nobody plays it. So I started selling off my Guild Ball team. I had a few of them, but I had the Fishermen were the ones I had that were fully painted and were really cool. But I ended up selling all them off. Probably been over a year now. I still have the Guild Ball. I still have a mat though, one of those fat mat Guild Ball courts or fields or whatever. So I don't know. I still need to offload that, I suppose. But yeah, I guess as of right now, I'm going to be playing some Legion, getting a little bit more into that hopefully as time permits, and then eventually I'll be jumping back into playing 40k, but like I said, I'm still going to do conversions and still going to be picking up some stuff. I still got, like I said, I still got the impulsors and cursors, the eliminators with the last few souls I don't have yet, and I think that's it for all the new stuff. And then of course we have whatever else they got coming out, so. And not to mention with all this sister stuff coming out later, I am so tempted to pick up some sisters. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to end up doing it. I don't know why I keep kidding myself. And the fact that they have some of those Sisters of Battle box sets still kind of in my area, I would like to at least pick up one of those before they disappear for forever. And then all the new stuff coming out, there's just, yeah, so much. So, alright, well, with all that being said, I'm going to end the video now. So, thank you for watching, and let me know what kind of hobby resolutions you might have down in the comments below. And again, if you have any comments, suggestions, or anything, I'm definitely open to hear them. Constructive criticisms are always good, and any new ideas are always great. And then, if you haven't already, please check out the Facebook page. The link will be in the description above. And I would greatly appreciate you subscribe and like the channel, just so I can continue to grow and hopefully maybe one day be able to bring more consistent content as the channel grows and gets better and improves over time. So with all that being said, until next time.